Trick or Treat is back in 2021. I get to welcome all the kiddos.
Hi, kiddo. I'm Grandma Goodie, and I'm getting so excited. So is Beau, because it's almost trick or treat time, right? So, Beau, you want to do a treat? You do a trick, I'll give you a treat. Shake. Okay, there's your treat. There you go. That's so good. That's a good boy. Now go lay the treat. Oh, you did another trick. I'll give you another treat. Okay, that's good, Beau. I got to talk to the kiddos, Beau. You go lay down. So, kiddos, I'm so excited because I love trick or treat time. You know why? Because you know that Grandma Goodie loves the kiddos, and I love to give them sweet treats. People sometimes say I give them too much. But if I were with you right now, I just love asking the kiddos, what are you going to be? What are you going to dress up as? In fact, I was at the market, and I saw Mama pushing her two little boys in the shopping cart, and I said to them, hi, and they said hi, and I said, what are you going to be? And the one little boy says, I'm going to be a clown. And the other little boy, he said, I'm going to be a Power Ranger. Well, I love the kiddos, and I love to give them the goodies, you know, the sweet treats. That's why I'm called Grandma Goodie, because sometimes I give out too much goodies. But anyway, I just love to see the little ones running up to my door. Some of them are dressed like monsters. Some of them are dressed like a princess. And, sometimes you get, superheroes. You always got the superheroes. But anyway, did you know that there's a couple of Bible stories that have something to do with that? There are. And, Grandma Goodie, I love the Holy Bible, so I'm going to tell you a quick story that ties in to trick or treat. You know how I asked those little boy, what are you going to go as? That little boy, he knew right then. He says, I'm going to go as a clown. Well, you know what? If you were to ask God, what are you going to go as? He would have said, I'm going to go as a man. Because at some point, long, long ago, God decided he was going to come to earth in the form and the appearance of a man. And that man was named Jesus. And this story is about Jesus when he was a very famous rabbi. Now, a rabbi, that just means teacher. So he was going out teaching the people all about God. Lots of people were there, and he was so famous. Thousands and thousands of people were coming. And in that crowd, there were some parents with their little children. And so at one point, some of those parents got this idea. They said, we're going to have Jesus put his hands on our little children's heads and give them a blessing. And that seemed like a great idea. So they just picked up their kiddos and they started going right, lickety-split, right to Jesus. And boom, the disciples stopped them and they scolded them and said, no, you can't bring those children here. They'll bother Jesus. Well, you don't tell a mama that her child is a bother. So I have a feeling that was pretty much a showdown. But anyway, Jesus was watching this go on. And whose side do you think Jesus was on? Well, Jesus got very angry at the disciples. And he said, you let the little children come to me. Let the little children come to me. And don't stop them. For the kingdom of heaven is made up of those who are like the children. And I'll tell you the truth. No one gets into the kingdom of heaven unless he becomes like a little child. And then I love this part. Jesus just opened up his arms and he welcomed all those children. I'm sure they just crawled up all over him. You know how kiddos are, probably pulling at his beard and tweaking his nose and just hugging on him. And it said that Jesus put his hand on the children, and he had to do it one by one because he's putting his hand on their head, and he's blessing this one, blessing this one. And when every kiddo comes to my door, I might look at a monster, I might look at a princess, but I know who they really are, and I know that God loves that little child and wants to bless them. And so I always give them a blessing. And, of course, I give them lots of good treats. And so, anyway, that's the story for today. And I want to remind you, Grandma Goodie loves you. but God loves you more. Okay, bye now.
Uh-oh, I forgot to tell you where to find the story in the Holy Bible. Okay, well, here's where you find it. You're going to look in the New Testament, and then the book you're going to look for is the book called Mark, and the chapter number is chapter 10, and then the itty-bitty verses inside the words, that's starting at verse 13 through verse 16.